Hello, 1, 2, test. This thing on? This thing on? What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, CHBC Pots, and today I'm going to tell you how I started rapping, or how I got into the rap game in the first place. But first, I'm going to roll up this medicine, get right real quick. Gotta roll up this medicine, man. Gotta stay high. In no way do I condone smoking weed, though. You hear me, YouTube? You hear me? I don't condone this shit. But I do it to get my mind right. I do it. This is my medicine. Alright, now that we got that out the way, feeling good, feeling ready to go, ready to do this video. Alright, so I'm going to start off from exactly where it all began. Me and my whole family, we're from a country called Macedonia. If you don't know where that is, it's right above Greece. Go ahead, look it up on a map. Uneducated motherfuckers. No, I'm just playing. My mom moved out to the suburbs, and I ended up staying with my mom and my brothers, who actually moved to Cicero in Chicago. Growing up, man, I always wanted to be a musician. I always wanted to do something in the rap game, or even in just music production, anything like that. I just always wanted to be a musician, something to do with music. I just wanted to do it since day one. But you know, living in the city with my brothers and stuff like that, I started doing drugs at 11. You know, doing anything from you know, just anything under the sun, anything you could think of, we did it, except for, you know, meth and crack and all that bullshit. Fuck all that. Hell no, we didn't do none of that. But you know, we started, anything under the sun that get us high or drunk, you know, we did it. But man, out there, we would just be kicking it, freestyling over beats on YouTube, and just kicking it, getting high, doing whatever, you know. Most of my brothers were gangbangers. They got into a lot of trouble all the time. I ended up started getting into it too as well, and it didn't end up well for me. But you know, it is what it is. The past is the past. You know, we did anything from B&Es to stealing cars to selling drugs, whatever it was, man. We were doing it, and that was some reckless shit. But it is what it is. I ended up doing a few stays in JDC. For those of y'all who don't know what JDC stands for, it means Juvenile Detention Center. You know, I ended up staying there for a few times. The longest stay I did was over 1.5 years. That shit was crazy. I'm not even gonna go into that because it's over with now. It's on my juvenile record. It's sealed, so I ain't even really gonna go into it unless y'all really give a fuck. Ended up getting stabbed twice in there. I don't know if you can see it. I'm gonna show y'all right here. Let me see if I can zoom in. Ended up getting stabbed right here and right here. Shit was not worth it. It was not fun, man. But you know, like I said, it is what it is. It is what it is. It made me a stronger person, so that's what it is. But like I said before, I went back and forth from my mom to the city, from my mom to the city. Ended up doing some schooling at my mom's, but barely ever fucking went. And then I ended up doing some, you know, school in Cicero and Chicago, and even hometown, you know, a lot of alternative schools. I got kicked out of most mainstream high schools and middle schools, so I had to do a lot of alternative high schooling and middle schooling. And then as the days went by, you know, I had a lot of homies and brothers ended up dying from either, you know, the gangbanging life, murder, you know, whatever, robberies that went wrong, or ended up dying in jail or just overdosing, man. It was not fun. It was not cool. Breaks my heart to this day still, man. And after that, that's when I really started getting into drugs. You know, I started off at 11, you know, but that was just here and there. But after, like, you know, a lot of my family and friends died, you know, that's when I really started getting into drugs. And first it started off with a lot of weed, man, just a lot of weed. But eventually moved on to my drug of choice, Xanax and lean. Those are my two favorite. I still struggle with them to this day. But you know, I'm doing my best to actually stay away from that shit. But if you've heard my music before, you know I incorporate a lot of Xanax and lean and drug addiction struggles in my music, because I mean that's just what I know. That's what I'm dealing with in my life. I've been dealing with it since I can fucking remember, you know what I mean? So that is what it is. But shit, man, skip ahead a couple years later, met this girl online. We started dating. After a while, she moved into my mom's house. We both moved into my mom's house in the suburbs. We ended up having a beautiful baby girl. Her name is Keegan Rose. She's the light of my world, man. She's my everything. She's really the reason that I'm trying to get off drugs, and why I'm trying to, you know, make this music career and make sure that she's taken care of and everything's paid for and she's got a great life. You know, I wanted to give her the best life possible. Me and my baby mama actually ended up splitting up. I'm not going to go into the reasons why we split up, because I really don't want to put her on blast and put our information out there and our private information out there and shit like that. So you're welcome. But both of my closest brothers actually ended up dying at the end of 2018, late 2018. One died in the streets by murder, got robbed, shot twice in the neck, point blank range. Found his body in the dumpster. That shit fucked me up, man. That shit really fucked me up. And then a few months later, my brother actually ended up dying in prison. He got stabbed 28 times in the chest, torso, and neck area. Didn't make it. So again, that really fucked me up. Really fucked me up hard. Like real fucking hard, man. Real fucking hard. Shit. Alright, enough about my life story though. Let's get into actually how I got into the rap game and how I actually ended up getting into studios and recording and getting on SoundCloud and stuff like that. So I got a call from this acquaintance that I know saying, and he called me and he was like, yo bro, these people think I robbed him, woo 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 woo. Just call them and tell them it wasn't me, because you know me bro, this and that. I wasn't really with it. I wasn't really trying to go ahead and do all that shit for him. I'm thinking, you're a man, bro. You might as well take care of your own business, but I guess I'll do it for your ass, you know? Because, you know, I'm a nice guy. So a dude gave me a phone number, and I ended up calling it, and we ended up staying on the phone for about 30 minutes, and ended up actually being my now engineer. We chopped it up for about a good 30 minutes, and then he goes, hey man, you're a real cool dude, you know, I respect the fact that, you know, you called me like a man and like trying to sort this shit out. I appreciate you, you know, but are you interested in music? And I was like, hell yeah bro, I've actually not even 30 minutes ago was looking up studios online and trying to get into studios and get some sessions done. And towards the end of that conversation, he goes, well, I'm actually an engineer at the Spaceship Studios in the South Loop of Chicago. Are you interested in getting some sessions in? I was like, fuck yeah bro, let's get it. So I ended up going there, and we ended up just started to chop it up for a little bit. You know, we started making beats, and then I started freestyling on the beats, and you know, honestly, they were garbage, man. I was off the Xans and drinking lean and shit, and they were honestly, my old music was just, to me, it was garbage. To other people, they seemed to like it because, you know, I started getting decent numbers, and they said I did a decent job, but you could tell in my voice that I was just off the Xans. Like I was slurred, I was talking like this. You feel me? So like, it was, to me, you know, my music has progressed so much, but like at that time, that's what it was. But we ended up, you know, just building up a good ass relationship. Shout out Dom, bro, you my man, bro. Go ahead and check his shit out. I'll put a link to his Instagram in the description. But now really I'm mostly sober in the studio, you know. Well, nah, I'm not gonna even lie to y'all, I still get drunk in the studio and get lit, so I'm on that hype shit, but you know, that's my dog. But you know, shit, it is what it is. So after I recorded my first song, I uploaded it on SoundCloud, and fairly quickly, it got some pretty decent views, and people were connecting with it. It was getting decent hits, even the bad ones, when I was off the Xans and still all fucked up. And then shit really started taking off when I got off the Xans and just started drinking in the studio and flowing with the vibe and flowing with the music and just actually pouring my heart out into my music and actually giving real shit instead of just like off the Xans, like, you know, woo, 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 woo. You know, I actually started really putting in some like heartfelt shit, like shit that comes down from my heart, you know, and people really seem to be able to connect with it. I just recently also started talking to other artists about collabing and making music together. So my music is really starting to go somewhere, and it's really a dream come true. I couldn't be happier. Like honestly, I could not be happier with my situation right now. I still got a long way to go. I am in no way, shape, or form saying that I am famous or super popular, but I got a decent following. You know, we're all in this together. We're all CHBC gang, you know what I'm saying? All of my followers, all the people, all my supporters, all of them. I love y'all. Y'all are the fucking greatest. Seriously, you've been with me since day one, and I really appreciate you, all your support, your views, your likes, your comments, all that bullshit. A lot of my music is about heartbreak and staying sober, and I think a lot of my generation could really relate to that. So I'm really glad I could be that voice for certain people and let them vibe and connect with my music and, you know, just vibe with what I got to say. So I guess that's how I got into the music career. That's how I started making music and starting to get into the rap game. And shit, this is all I gotta say. So appreciate y'all so much for watching. You know, if you like the video, go ahead and give it a like. If you want to go check out my SoundCloud and listen to my music, the link is in my channel description, or is in my channel links on YouTube. You can find me on SoundCloud at CHBC space POTS. Okay, and then you can find me on Instagram at CHBC_POTS. Thank you guys so much for watching. Fucking love y'all. Stay cold-hearted.